Hi. I love you. I do. I saw you. Hey guys, what's good? Know what's really Papalapa happening? We are still in Molly's world, in the director's seat, sipping in our treats, getting into the real deets of all the romance movies that I love. Okay, because Valentine's Day is coming up, and what better way to celebrate it than to just embrace love? So today we're going to be reviewing the second part to All the Boys I Loved Before. Hey, I got a message for you. To all the boys I loved, P.S. I still love you. So without further ado, let's get into this movie review. Action. So of course, we are back with our main actresses and actors. Janelle Parrish, Lana Condor, Noah Centineo. And I don't think y'all recognize, but I recognize my good girl from Dance Moms. Maddie Ziegler was also in this movie as a backup cheerleader. She made her little appearance. I saw you, sis. I saw you. Don't worry, we got you. I'm here with you. I'm following your career. Don't worry. I see you. We appreciate you. But again, I have to give props to this girl. I have to give props to the writers and the directors for continuing that Korean tradition and Korean symbolism throughout the movie. I feel like we experienced LJ's life and we got to see her outside of her being in relationships and writing letters to boys. We got to see her family, in a sense, more in this movie. But homegirl, these letters came back to bite her, because at the end of the first movie we saw that John Ambrose knocked on the door, which hinted that in this movie he would be coming back, and he definitely did. Of course, I noticed that they changed the actors, and I'm glad they did, because Jordan Fisher. Hi. I love you. I do. I saw you. And dear Evan Hansen. Don't worry, I was put on by my friend. I just know that I saw you. You don't know the strength of your relationship until it's tested. Or you don't know how much you want something until, like I said, until you don't have it. And I feel like that was the whole struggle of this movie, where it was kind of like LJ was battling with the fact that I want to be the perfect girlfriend. I want to be this perfect person. But what if someone else comes along and they're that perfect person? What if someone else comes along and they're more perfect for me? I felt like she learned that throughout the movie, that love is basically, and I think she said this in the movie as well, if you want all of that from someone, you have to be able to risk it all to gain it all. Giving pieces of herself was not working. So she had to learn to completely be open in this movie. And to do that, she also had to rekindle the friendship. Not necessarily rekindle, but she had to address the tension that she had with her ex-best friend, whom was someone that was with Peter before she was with him. And I feel like that was also in the back of her mind, comparisons, because like I said, she doesn't have much examples of relationships in her life. And knowing that her best friend was the person that came before her, she feels she has to live up to that, because again, she has no one to teach her that you just have to be you in a relationship and no one else. And the reason why she felt so comfortable with John Ambrose, it was also discussed in the movie, was because in her mind, she didn't have to be anyone else. She just had to be herself. That quirky, that person who loves old people, the person who loves to write. She felt like she could be herself with him. But she was afraid that being herself with Peter would cause her to be disliked, because Peter's ex was completely different from her, and they lasted a long time. One of my all-time favorite songs, I was definitely put onto it by this movie, was Moral of the Story by Ash. Some mistakes get made. That's all right. That's okay. You might think that you're in love when you're really just in pain. That right there took me on. I said, this is my song forever. I'm sticking with this. Definitely sticking with it. That part in the movie was definitely one of my favorite moments. It then led into one of the most beautiful scenes in the movie to me, where they're at this aquarium, and it was so heartbreaking to see that moment, but it was also so beautiful. The jellyfish that were behind them, the contrast of that and the symbolism of it. Let me tell y'all how my brain works and how I saw that. The elegance of a jellyfish and the pain that it caused. That moment was so simple. Taking back that chain from her and asking if he could take it off was one of the most simplest, or the simplest way that I felt my heart crumble in that movie. But that's exactly what a jellyfish does. Jellyfish, or is it jellyfishes? I don't know. Listen, don't judge me. But jellyfish, when they sting, can be so deadly and can literally paralyze you. But when you look at them in that scene, they're so beautiful, so elegant, so soft, so graceful. And I feel like when we look at that scene, we see that. We see that elegance. We see that softness. We see that grace. But then we forget the sting and the power that that moment has. Because Lara Jean's heart after that was broken. So in order for Lara Jean to be the one that has been stung, imagine how much of a sacrifice it was for Peter to sting her. Imagine how much pain he went through knowing that he's hurting her. But she wants this, so I have to let her go. That in itself is grace. Knowing how much it hurts you, but you're doing something to protect someone else because you love someone else. That in itself is grace. That's all the movie was about. Opening up and recognizing that in order for us to find love and to be happy, it's a choice. An introspective, internal choice for us to choose happiness and choose the people that we love. Because we can love people, but it's up to us if we choose to give that love to people. The lady that Lara Jean was working with in the old people's home, her name was Stormy. She said something to Lara Jean, and I felt like it was the simplest thing, but it was so significant. She said sometimes you have to kiss the wrong men to know which ones are right. But it's like I said earlier, you have to lose something in order for you to know how much it was worth. By her kissing all these other men or doing other things within her lifetime, and I'm talking about Stormy, she recognized that there was only one person her heart and her soul ever felt deep down that gave her that feeling. And I feel like everyone in the world is chasing that feeling. They're chasing that, I want this connection. It's not an issue, it's not a problem, baby. John Ambrose just was not meant for you. And she recognized that, and he recognized that the moment they kissed. So what did she do? She went running back to Peter. Oh, and that is probably one of my favorite parts in the movie. When a man recognizes the little things, you keep him. You keep him, okay? Because in the beginning of the movie, it was slightly mentioned that LJ does not like driving in the snow. It scares her. And Peter was like, okay, fine, I'll never let you drive in the snow. Now, they're broken up. At this point, at the beginning of the movie, they were on a date. But at the end of the movie, they were broken up. They haven't really talked to each other. And he recognized that it was snowing and that she wasn't home. You know, this boy went to go find her because he remembered that she does not like driving in the snow. Although they're broken up, he went to go find her. Because that is what you call love. Drink to that. Because that's me. I'm that type of person where I'm like, you could be as mad as you want with me, but I'm still gonna make sure you're okay. And if you don't want my love, you don't want my attention, then fine. But I'm still gonna make sure you're okay. It's the little things. All the relationships within the movie were building even the ones, like I said, that she rekindled with her friend, I think she called it Jong, where it's kind of like a bond that you have with someone that you know you'll never lose. It's kind of like soulmates. The way she described it, it was kind of like soulmates to me. And it's kind of, ironically, I agree with her. It's kind of like you can drift apart from someone. You can say the meanest things to someone, but some way, somehow, there's still going to be Jong there. There's still going to be love there. There's still going to be an eternal connection, an eternal bond with that person that you cannot deny and you cannot fight. And that bond in itself may be love. And I felt like LJ recognized that with her friend. And maybe she'll learn it in the next movie with Peter. Who knows? I have no idea what's to come. But if you guys agree with what I'm saying about this relationship and about this movie, probably my favorite one so far. I kind of like the second one more than I like the first one. Because, I don't know. It's just something about this one was just beautiful. Jordan Fisher was beautiful. Noah Centineo was beautiful. But that's not why we watched the movie. But it may be why I watched the movie. So, I want to thank you guys for watching. If you guys enjoyed this review, please leave some comments down below. Let me know what movies or TV shows that you want me to review and discuss with you guys, because I'm open to any conversation. I hope you guys are enjoying this Valentine's Day season. I hope you guys are embracing love, opening up, and just letting you be you. But don't forget to subscribe, hit the notification bell so you get notifications for when I post, and you can continue to be a part of Molly's world. And at this point, if you don't got nobody to spend Valentine's Day with, hop on this channel. I'm pretty sure I'll be right here with you. But until next time, I love you guys. Mwah.